Oh my god.
What?
Drew just texted me. Oh my god.
What?
Wisconsin governor announces limit on public gatherings amid COVID-19 outbreak. It says the order limits public gatherings to no more than 25% of a room or building's total occupancy.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
What does that mean?
That means we have like 170 people invited. That's like, oh man, we're gonna have to uninvite people from the wedding. When the pandemic first hit and we were all like on shutdown, I kind of paused the wedding planning just for a little bit because I was worried it would happen, but it didn't really seem real until probably this summer, like June, July. That's about when it hit that this was actually going to be a lot more difficult than I had anticipated. So Wisconsin mandates are a little tricky because every time the governor puts an order in place, it gets overturned or people just straight up say they're not going to enforce it, and so it's been really tricky. For the month of March and April, I believe it was, we were on 100% lockdown, or so they said. It was the safer at home order, which meant that unless you were going to work, had a work release, or were going to like a grocery store, pharmacy, or doctor's office, you were not allowed to leave your house. It wasn't super well enforced, and I think that's probably part of the reason our cases continued to rise during that time, is because like my work provided me with a form saying that I was an essential worker, but I was never pulled over, I was never checked or anything like that. So when that one ended, then they went to a mask mandate that was supposed to end 2 weeks before my wedding. It got added back into effect right as soon as it ended. They put another mask mandate into effect, so that means that if you're closer than 6 feet to a person, you have to wear a mask. If you're indoors, you need to wear a mask anywhere except for your own home. If you're outside and you're socially distanced, you don't have to wear a mask, though that was one condition. And then if you're eating or drinking, obviously in a restaurant or something, you can't wear your mask then, obviously.
And people are really familiar with it. And Here Comes the Bride, dun 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 dun. That's by a guy named Wagner, and it's in an opera called Lohengrin. And if you find out what actually happens to the bride at the end of I was like, I don't know if it's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, that's super funny. I didn't know that.
My wife, she has her degree in music, and she always has to remind, like, is it good to know the story behind the wedding march before you go ahead and pick it? So she's done it before, and she has a really good idea of how to time things for you guys. Then I get to a spot in the service. As soon as we do that whole parrot repeat after me, I'll say, exchange rings as a symbol of your life safely pace. You can make your way down that aisle. Get it? Take your time. There you go. Yep. So then you can pause. You can pause because at that point the maid of honor might want to give you a hand and just make sure that everything's situated. Okay?
Give your flowers to her when you do that. So you're not comfortable. So I decided as long as the state was not shut down again, we were gonna continue as planned, just because it would be a lot more work to postpone it and then redo it all. So just kind of get it over with, I guess.
Wearing their masks, but don't worry, it's probably even an improvement because they would be making faces at all of you by now. But they're gathered with you here because they love being in and around you guys.
Did you get any other feedback about any part of the wedding from your guests?
We got a lot of feedback on how people appreciated our efforts to do it during COVID, to try and make it socially distanced and as safe as possible. Yeah, no negative comments so far, so that's good. Hi, I'm Courtney Taylor. This is my husband, Drew Taylor. Do you wish we would have done anything differently or changed anything?
Probably should have postponed.
Because we love each other. That's good for you.
I am Courtney Taylor.